video. Today we're going to try something new. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it because I think it might do okay. Just something I'm testing out. But besides that, we're going to be doing some other stuff too as well. I need to get some, I need to try out some new stuff as well. I got to farm for some other stuff as well. Okay, let me just set this stream up first. That's the first thing I need to do. Okay. Okay, let's just... Okay, let's try this one. Okay, let's try this one. No, hold on. Okay, so let me just do this. Where'd I put that? There it is. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Um, let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's, whoops. Alright. Let me just, sorry. I'm just trying to, whoops. I'm just trying to get this. There we go. Let me just see here. Okay. Just 1 second. Let me add this here. Gotta manually put this in. There we go. The minute I put this in here, it changes everything. It's like it knows. that should be good. Let me just get this in there though. I gotta get rid of some of this shit here. What am I gonna get rid of this? Put this there instead. And then we'll get rid of that. Now, the test I want to do has nothing to do with the game itself. It's the way these are positioned. So I think, honestly, I think that that's how it works. But I will be sure to see that in a minute if it's true. Oh, crap. Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, now, I need... What is this? Okay, so it's... okay. I can't use the other because it's too dangerous. I just want to see something with this before I go do... I want to test this on an actual thing. But then I'm going to go in there and try it and farm some stuff. But I want to try it here first. Because I want to see what I need to tweak or change.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
Okay, everything's good. Because we're doing it on this, we always like to carry this with us. I just like to see how it does before I go anywhere else. I test this thing usually pretty good. Probably rogue agents anyways.
Rogue agent detected.
Like always. Alright, and now to deal with these guys.
Stinger hive detected. Rogue airburst seeker mine detected. Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. Rogue mender seeker mine detected. Hostile mender seeker mine detected. Airburst seeker mine detected. Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. Rogue Mender seeker mine detected. Hostile Mender seeker mine detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Hostile Stinger Hive detected. Rogue agent eliminated. Accessing server. Field terminals detected nearby. System malfunctioning. System reactivated. System restored. System malfunctioning. System back online. System curtailed. System restored.
I got your back.
Serious trauma detected. System malfunctioning. System back online. System curtailed. System reactivated. System malfunctioning. System back online.
On my way. Weapons free. Weapons free.
System curtailed. System reactivated.
Concentrated fire.
System malfunctioning. System restored. System disrupted. Terminal controlled. System reactivated. Hostile drone detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Hostile striker drone detected.
This ain't a way. Engaging target.
assistance needed. System back online.
got one, right? I don't see him from here.
Safe area detected.
Fucker looking for a party? Fuck. We gotta...
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles. Guarding location nearby. Incoming hostiles detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Agent in need of backup. Serious trauma detected.
Move here.
supply convoy nearby. Portable electronic device detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Hostile broadcast picked up. Vital signs critical. broadcast detected.
This fight isn't about saving America. Just take a look at this fucking city. There's nothing to
Serious trauma detected. Incoming backup request.
Now, most people would be like, oh, that's pretty tough. That's pretty powerful. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. That's Striker. Now, I think it's down here. Where is it? This is my build? Yeah, this is tip. Now I'm going to put the same thing on, but it's going to be tip of the spear instead of Striker. And that was a 100 stack Striker, by the way. So that was a pretty powerful Striker. But guess what's going to happen? He's going to get pwned. Hold on. Something's not right with my gun's not activating. What the fuck? Hold on, something's not right here. Where did I put that? Something I changed. I think it was this here. Gotta get rid of that for a minute. Where did I put that on? No, what the fuck? Ah. Whoops, that's what I did. Yep, no. It's because I switched it out. I saved it under my thing when I was screwing around with it. This is what I actually use on this build, not this one. Alright, let's do this again. Much better. Yeah, so my tip of the spear can do pretty much, if not more, damage than that Striker. And I don't need 100 stacks, I just have to hit somebody with a grenade in PvP, or if I'm PvEing, I have to use my special weapon to hit them with it, and then it activates my 40% weapon damage buff for 60 seconds. And if I want to be a dick, I can turn around and do this too. It's a little bit more challenging though if I do it this way. Where'd I put it? So usually when I do this, because you have to use your special weapon, you gotta be quick about this. Okay, 90%. That's crazy. Even if I get body shot. Damn. Or you can just do it without it. Pretty good without it too. But it just doesn't seem to, you know, it just doesn't seem to do the same thing. Watch. Even adding that 90% weapon damage. I'll do it without it. Hold on. I'm going to have to get the buff here because it's going to be 40% weapon damage because I can't get a 90% weapon thing on this. So, just do this. Whoops. You can already see that it's doing more damage. That's doing more damage than a chameleon. The chameleon was giving me 90% weapon damage. That's only giving me 40% weapon damage, but yet I'm doing more damage with this gun, but I know why. It's not just that, but even still, right? Even still, I'm getting 20% weapon damage from that as well. So I'm getting 60% weapon damage when I activate the buff, when I use this gun. That's still less than the chameleon, yet it still puts out more damage. And that's with the chameleon's 90% weapon damage buff. So I don't get that. I put more damage out doing this. Like, I think I even do more damage even without it. Yeah, I do more damage even without the buff. I'm doing more damage than the chameleon's 90% weapon damage. I get like a 200, like I get a 200,000 damage bonus. When the chameleon is at 90, got it 90% weapon damage buff going on. In the chest, I only do about 280, 300 and something, and I'm doing like 600,000 with this one, and that's only 60% weapon damage. So it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if the chameleon's broken, or something's not right, right? Because if we sit down here and we think about this for a minute, yes, I get 20% weapon damage from that, plus I'm getting 40% from this. That's 60. But the chameleon, once you activate its buff, is giving you 90% weapon damage. So I'm having a hard time figuring out why this 90% is weaker than the 60% from my gun and the gear set bonus. Or, yeah, the talent. This really doesn't make sense. Theoretically, the 90% weapon damage should be way more powerful by 30%. But it's not. It's actually weaker. By about 40 or 50% weaker. So that's why I said I wonder if the chameleon's broken. And we're not seeing the true power of this thing. Because this buff should be amazingly strong. And it's actually weak. Weak as hell.
Agent in need of backup.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. So even when I activate the 90% plus the 40%, even when I stack those, it's gotta be. Maybe it's the base damage difference. Like, there's not... Okay, there is a bit of a difference in the base damage. Okay. Just a little bit. So there's the chameleon. There's the Kingbreaker. Chameleon, Kingbreaker. 86.5 versus 127k. Yes, so those numbers must drastically matter. And I mean drastically. Because you're getting a 30% buff, but the base damage must play into that too, as obviously it does. That's the case. It must majorly play a role. Your base damage on your guns must play a major role on determining your, like, you know what I mean? So if you have 50% weapon damage from something, we'll say the 40% from tip of the spear. Now, I'm confused here because, and the reason why I'm confused is because when I run my red striker, it doesn't do way more damage than this one. When I activate, it's 40%, and I use the exact same weapon. Nothing's different. I use the exact same weapon. It has the exact same base damage. But the tip of the spear seems to be more powerful than my striker, which is really strange because everything's the same. It's red, red. So, again, I come to the conclusion of I'm confused again because this time, in this second scenario, the base damages are the same. And the striker gets 100%, right? Because I'm using the chest piece on that striker build. So I'm getting 100, I'm 100 stacks. I pump it full, I pump it till I get to 100 so I can test its maximum potential. Realistically, I'm probably not going to get, and well, unless I'm in the dark zone and I'm going to the landmarks, I'm probably realistically not going to get that 100%. But just to see what it could potentially do, I put the two things together to like head to head, and I found that the tip of the spear ultimately didn't do as much damage, but it wasn't too far off, which made me wonder. Like, it's really not, it's really close. Like, we're talking maybe 150,000 difference. Okay, so tip of the spear is, yeah. I'm not using the pestilence though. I'm using the Kingbreaker when I use these two builds. When I compared them, I wanted to have the same effects. I know I could use the pestilence, but I wanted to use like an AR, a typical AR, right? Perfect flat line. So when I activate that 40% on tip of the spear, I'm also getting this as well, right? The 20% extra. So 60. I'm actually getting 60%. And striker is giving me, if I use striker, I use the chest piece, so I don't get that, right? But I get 100% because I have the chest piece, so 100 stacks. So it's 40% stronger, technically. Yeah, something happens. Something does something. Because when I put those two together, you would think that the striker would just destroy it. But it's really close. Like, the striker has better RPMs because it makes your gun shoot faster. But the tip of the spear still keeps up with it. Really should give it a try one of these times. It's really good. I want to show you something too on top of that, because this is something I didn't even know. I don't typically check out my PvP stats all the time. Like, I know there's certain pieces of gear in the game that if you check the talents, they change in PvP. But this is something I didn't know. I really didn't. I never checked this on tip of the spear. Okay, so when you're in PvE, and you have to use a special weapon to get this bonus. It says increases weapon damage bonus from 20 to 40%, and it says dealing damage with a signature weapon increases total weapon damage by 20%, but because I'm running chest piece, 40%. Now, here's the kicker that I didn't know until I think it was Pops that told me this. So I go to my PvP stats and I go back in there again, and I look at that, and it says damage in enemies with a grenade increases total weapon damage by 20%. I don't need to use a special weapon. So, that means that this is not just a PvE gear set. You can use it in PvP. I didn't know that because I didn't know that. I didn't realize you could do that in PvP. I didn't realize you could activate that buff with just hitting somebody with a grenade. If I'd known that, I'd be having a party in there right now. Because I'd be friggin' using Firewall, you know, the cluster grenade that has all that range, right? It scatters all over the place. I'd be using that grenade on people all the time. And getting the 40% weapon damage buff. I seriously did not know that until I looked again, like, oh yeah, that's right, it was you. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was like, what do you mean? I can use a grenade in PvP? See? Grenade there, PvE. You have to use a signature weapon. This goes back a while though. I mean, if it said that all this time, and you know what I mean, like that means people were always saying, "Oh, this is a PvE gear set that you're using," and I'm like, and I never thought about it, right? I thought, "Oh yeah, I know. It's still good though, right?" And then you told me I checked that, and I was like, "Wait a minute." You can use this in PvP. What the f are they talking about? The only difference is you use a grenade instead of because you can't use your signature weapon in the dark zone, right? So, but you can use your signature weapon in conflict, but you have to pick up the crate when it drops or when it comes available, right? For your team, and it doesn't mean you're going to get it just because it drops, because as soon as a crate like that in conflict drops, it's like a fight. Whoever gets it, right? So if you do get it and you do manage to get lucky, then you can use your signature weapon. However, I don't know how that works in conflict. I don't know if it still activates it or you still have to use a grenade. Or you can use, I don't know if you can use both or what. But I know in the dark zone, this would apply. Using a grenade, because you can't use your signature weapon. You can pull it out, but you don't get any ammo. Yet. And I say yet because I'm sure they're still going to roll that out eventually. Yes, I think you're right. I don't know if I have that on me right now. I think I put it away. Oh yes, I did. I got it. I got a pair of those. Yeah. Like I said, you could use, yeah, you could use this in PvP with Tip of the Spear and you could make it really fucking strong. Like really strong. It's already strong when you get the buff, but adding to the buff with this is, I never realized that either. I never really paid attention. I knew something about a grenade. I never really paid attention to it, though. I didn't really pay attention to this. But if you threw this with if you threw this with Tip of the Spear, ooh. You could even throw this in with a striker. You know what I mean? But I think this was more, and they didn't come out and say it. But yeah, I think you're right. I think this was more for like them trying to push Tip of the Spear and get people to use it and realize that it actually is a good gear set. And it really is. You just have to learn how to use it. Like, you just have to know how to use it. You have to know how to build it. Because there's a lot of advantages. There's a lot of advantages that Tip of the Spear has over other things. But you have to specifically build this thing properly for it to be strong. Otherwise, it's okay, right? If you don't know how to build this gear set, then it's okay. You're probably not going to get very far with it, though. And you know how to build this thing properly, though, you can be a fucking beast.
Good to see you, kid.
You want to know something that's really funny, though? And I don't want to say this, but I don't know. I feel like nobody really talks about this gear set. They really don't. Like, I have barely heard anybody talking about it. The odd time, maybe. I've been pushing this gear set for like ever. And everybody's like, it's okay. And then as soon as something catches, it's like, okay, so other people are talking about it now. And now other people are talking about it because they actually tried it. Yeah, that's how it goes, right? But yeah, this gear set, like I've been using this thing for, well, since it came out. Since Tip of the Spear dropped. I've been off and on using this thing. But all this time I had no idea. Like I don't really, I know certain, like I said, I know certain pieces of gear they have like little nerfs. Oh, you like how I threw the repair skills and shit on that gear set? It's still powerful. It just gives me a really, really, really good heal. It's like a really good healing build too. On top of that, it's like I guess technically you could be a combat medic. It's yeah. So tip's good for that. Um, I've been using yeah. I've been um I've been kind of using that as a template in a lot of builds. The striker build that I was just using. I have repair skills all over that thing. And it's crazy to watch my striker hammer people and just stand there and take a beating and heal like really crazy. It's kind of funny actually. Especially if I build them, like if I build the heals the way I built my Tip of the Spear build here, it's crazy. Like I can literally stand there and take it pretty good. Obviously, there's a certain amount of enemies that's going to hit you at the same time that's going to hurt. Now, I would never stand out in the middle against those friggin' like rogue agents or something, you know what I mean? Because they hit hard. But I've been working on so something else I was playing around with. I've been playing around with Eclipse Protocol, but not the way you think, in a much different way. Because I noticed something with that as well. Um, I kind of knew this all along, but I didn't realize that it was doing the same thing. Um, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Everybody's making fun of this gun, and you gotta remember, like, they thought about this. And I know it sounds retarded, but it actually was designed for a purpose. It's just people look at the talent and they go, 15% armor? Really? They're not thinking. They're not thinking about, because it heals your team too. It's not just you, right? It heals your other teammates too that need healing. And that's the thing that people don't get. You know why they don't like it? I can tell you why. Because it doesn't give them bonus armor. Because they're used to the Memento backpack, right? When you pick it up, it gives you bonus armor. And it gives you buffs and bonus armor, right? So everybody's used to that. So everybody's been spoiled with that for so long that they brought this out. And it's like, what's this? This isn't what the f is this? This is a piece of shit, right? That's the first thing I hear when I see this gun. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play around with this gun. Because everybody hates this gun, I'm going to like this gun. I'm going to find a way to build this gun into something. I can use it in this build here. Like I can use it in my Tip of the Spear and it works great. I've tried it. I tried it in Countdown, and yeah, 15% of my armor, yes. I tried it in Countdown, and it works great. You got all those stacks on the ground, right? Because I can hit hard when I get that buff, and it's not really hard to get a buff, but because I use this one, right? These little missiles seem to do a really good job at hitting its target. Once you lock onto something, just like you fire and just walk away, it hits the target. It's pretty good. I like it. And then it gives me my buff for 60 seconds. And if I need to refresh it, I hit it again and boom. And on top of that, it also gives me special ammo every 60 seconds. Like, kind of like Gunner gives you ammo, this gives you special ammo.
Incoming backup request.
If you wear the backpack, you can have double the ammo every time, but I don't bother with it because that's all it really does. So I don't bother with the backpack. The chest piece is a must because, yeah, the chest piece is a must because that's what gives you your 40% weapon damage. Because normally without the chest piece, you would only get 20%. So you might as well get the 40%. Doesn't seem like it's that much, but it's actually quite strong. And then you build yourself around heals and your damage, a little bit of damage in there too, and it's perfect. You have to have some armor too, of course. There's that one. I had a True Patriot. I did this with True Patriot before too, I think. I built them around repair skills and stuff and incoming repairs. I was like all over the place. And I'm telling you, because you know True Patriot gets the white, when they get the white thing on the enemy, they start healing themselves when you're shooting at the target. So I had that, plus I had my heals. So I could literally stand there against a hunter and just fucking pound them. Do you guys remember when I think if you played the first division, you would know this. When they first introduced Striker in the first division, they introduced it with a heal. It had a heal, but the heal was OP, so they had to nerf it. It was really crazy. It was kind of like the comparable would be True Patriot. When True Patriot first came out with the Pestilence, when they first introduced it, it was OP as hell. Everybody was running True Patriot because you couldn't kill it. You couldn't kill it. You couldn't be killed. You would heal so quick, right? Because the ticks on the Pestilence would heal you really fast when they had the white debuff on them. So they had to nerf that. I kind of wish they would bring the Striker heal back, but don't make it like OP. They should give it its how do you say it? The classic Striker. They need to bring that back. Yeah. Now, what was the other one I was using too? Now, they did say when they were working on this game, they said something. It was a while back. And they mentioned system corruption. And you know I love system corruption. They said that they were going to revisit that sometime soon. So I wouldn't be surprised down the line if they do something to that. That would be kind of cool. I don't know what they could do with it. You know what they should do? And this is something they were trying to implement in the first division, and it never happened. So in the original division, they were working on a gear set that was basically like a hunter, similar to a hunter, in the sense that you could hack people's stuff, like you could hack skills, but it never came out. I think that's what system corruption turned into, but it didn't turn out the way that people thought it was gonna. They changed it. It never came to be, I don't think. I think system corruption kind of replaced it, but it was different. It wasn't what you thought. That would be cool if they revisited system corruption and made it the way it sounds, where you could actually hack somebody's shit. So if somebody throws a turret at you, you could hack the turret and turn it on them. I think that would be really cool. Obviously, there'd have to be a cooldown for balance purposes, right? Because you couldn't have something where you could instantly hack something and, you know, do it again and again, like, constantly. There'd have to be cooldowns. Because then people would bitch. They'd be like, oh my god, that's OP. I can't use my skills. And they'd also have to make... There's a lot of balances that would have to happen, like... Because of what it does, if you're grouped up with people... If you're grouped up, so let's say you have a group of 4 and you're in the dark zone and somebody's running system corruption. Let's say they made it so that you could hack skills. Let's just say they did that. They'd have to make it so that only one person in the group could run it. Because you know what would happen is you would have 4 people running it and they'd be hacking everybody's shit. So you'd have to make sure that only one could run it in a group. There's a lot of things they'd have to implement to try to get that balanced. I don't know if they could, to be honest. It'd be cool if they could do it. But they were working on a gear set a long time ago that was just like that. It was supposed to be to counter skills. So basically you're hacking their skills. You're like a counter skill guy. It's kind of cool. Like I said, it never came to be. It never came out. But system corruption is probably this, like, what they thought would be similar, but not like you don't get those abilities. They just made it sound cool. Because when I hear the word system corruption, I think, okay, hacking, right? But that's not the case. It's even got a thing called hack step protocol. Like, okay, where's the rest of my hacking abilities? Why can't I hack somebody's turret or their drone and turn the drone on them? I think that would be hilarious if somebody chased you down with a drone and you turned around and hacked it and sent it back their way. just like the hunters do. There are so many things they could do in this game. Like, so many things. I can think of so many things. This game is not even... I know it's been out for a while, but... Like, the way I see this game could be turned around and so many things could be done to it to extend its life for another 5 years. And I know that sounds sad, but you could. Because I can think of shitloads of things that could be done. I've seen games similar to this that have been successful because they do those ideas. They take ideas, they ask the community, what do you want to see? And they give you a choice, right? Like, what do you think would be a good idea? If they're thinking of this is the best way to do it too. If you're a developer and you're thinking of something in a game you want to change or make something really cool, then why wouldn't you ask people? You ask your community, that's huge, you'll get a good response. But if you don't say anything, then and just drop shit, you know, like, people are like, what the hell is this, right? Like, let's be honest, when you first saw Countdown, did you say, oh, that's so cool? Because I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion, when I first saw them show gameplay of Countdown, I was like, what the fuck is that? What is this shit? Right? That's the first thing I thought. I was like, I'm not gonna like this. The first thing I thought, honestly, the first thing I thought was, this is not gonna be a long-term thing, right? That mode is not gonna keep people engaged for very long. People are gonna do it, and then they're gonna go, okay, fuck that. I've had enough of that mode. That's it, right? I still farm it because it's good for farming, but it is good for farming, but again, sometimes you have to farm a lot to get what you need because it's ridiculously, you get a lot of pieces that are crap. But they don't ask the community very much. Like, hey, what do you guys want to, if we did this, would you guys like this? Like, you know, stuff like that. You come up with an idea, shoot it to the friggin' community. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but at least they could have an opinion. And there's another company that does the same thing these guys do. EA Sports. I play NHL 23, so. But EA Sports never, and the NHL series, they never listen to the community. They always do the opposite of what the community suggests. But, sorry, they will ask us stuff, and they will do the opposite of what we say. So if we want to see this happen, they do something else. Something that has nothing to do with what we want to see, right? Same thing here, right? But the difference is these guys don't really ask. They just show you stuff that they're doing. That's cool and all, but like, I think it would work out better if they got the opinions of the community first. Get the ideas out. Like, if you have like 5 ideas, then shoot them out. Hey, shit, you can do polls and stuff. They do them all the time. Obviously, you would have to make sure that you had a good volume of people, you know, saying yes or no or whatever, picking whatever you decide to do for your poll. You got to make sure it's a good sample size. Because if you get 20 people and that's it, to me that's not enough to go by. Like, for example, I hope it happens too. I know there's a lot of people saying that it's not going to happen, but I beg to differ on that one. I think it's still going to happen. It's just going to be a while coming out, that's all. I know. People think that, you know, when you talk like that, people think, oh, you know, you're just, I got some comments that, you know, nobody else can see. I get private comments sometimes, and I've had comments where people have said, you know, like, just not very nice things about the game. And like, if I say something like, oh, the developers have a smaller team, blah, 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 for example, they'll be like, oh, you're just, you know, kissing their ass or something like that. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, it's on, like this is what happened. The team got pulled away from this game. They got put on different projects. They got a smaller team. And these guys have no fucking idea what they're doing. Let's be honest. But they're trying. That's my point, is they're trying to learn how to do this. Could you imagine if you were somebody that you got, let's say you were a chef. That's what I do for a living. But let's say you're a chef, and let's say you get thrown into an office position. You don't know what you're doing. You have no fucking idea how to do finance, like in the really like Wall Street style. Okay, you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. But they expect you to learn eventually. These guys are getting stuck into an engine. They have no idea how it fucking works. They know how to program, but they need to learn this game's language. And sometimes it takes new developers a while because they're not used to this shit. I can tell you another game that was really annoying. The Matrix Online. I used to play the Matrix Online. It was an MMO. It was cool, really cool game. Based off the Matrix. But the coding on that was Python. The code. And a lot of people didn't understand it when they tried to redo it, like to bring it back. Only one guy out of a lot of people understood how it worked. He took him a while, but it took him like 2 years to figure it out. That's like these guys getting put into this game. They're going to have to learn the way this engine works. They have no idea. They're probably not even in this. Like the people that they pulled into this new team, they probably work on games that are like really simple. Like the engine's really simple. Oh, do you need a new TV today? Today's Boxing Day, so make sure you get a new TV. I wish I could, because this one that I got, it was supposed to be a different TV than I got during COVID. I got this TV. I ordered a TV that was actually an LG TV. It was really good. Really good options on it. When COVID was brand new, it was like 2020. It was literally brand new. It was like 4 months or 5 months into it. My TV took a crap, so I needed to get a new one. So I ordered this really cool one that was on. It was a good price, so I ordered it. And they're like, oh yeah. 3 weeks. 3 weeks we'll get you. This TV will come in 3 weeks. You can come get it. 3 weeks went by. Not there. 6 months went by. Finally, I was like, okay, where is the TV? And it got stuck somewhere. I don't know where the hell it got stuck, but so I ended up not paying attention to what I was doing. I saw this Samsung that I have right now, and it looked really cool. I was like, oh wow, this is really nice. I get it home, and it's got, this was probably, I didn't notice this for a couple weeks. It has a broken HDMI port. So, and it only has 2 ports, which pissed me off because I was under the assumption that it had 4. So, I rushed into this basically because I was just getting fed up with waiting. I'll tell you this, I will never do that again. I will never rush this because I was so pissed when Sony released those options on the PS5. The variable refresh rate thing or whatever with the screen, and the other one was the ALLM option as well, which is supposed to speed shit up. My TV doesn't support either one of those, so I was pissed because the original TV that I ordered would have supported those two options. So, don't ever rush shit. Make sure you know what you're getting before you just buy it. Otherwise, it's not so good. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It's decent. The TV is still decent, but I could have had a better one that I originally ordered. I wasn't waiting any longer, though. 6 months is pretty well, especially when I paid for it already. I had already paid for this TV like ahead of time. All I had to do basically was when it came in, pick it up, but it never came. So they agreed to take that price or the money I already paid and just put it on this one. Even if this one was more, they were still willing to. This one was actually less, not by much, but it was less. The picture quality versus this one versus the LG that I originally ordered, though, no, the LG was better. And I wouldn't get a Sony TV, to be honest. I think they're overpriced, to be honest, for what you get. What are you wearing? Oh, there's a first. Okay, so headshot damage, headshot damage. Headshot, headshot. Headshot, headshot, headshot. What? Headshot, headshot. Like, headshot. So he's gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of damage with that shit. However, that gear set is aces and eights, and it's not as good as it used to be. A long time ago, it used to be really good, but it got nerfed because it was a little too good. Just like every gear set. Look at Heartbreaker. When Heartbreaker came out, it was amazing. Then they did nerf it a little bit. I don't think they nerfed Umbra. But give them time, they will. It all depends. If somebody comes out with a really, really good Umbra build, they might nerf it. Anyways, I am going to probably watch some Netflix for like 20 minutes or so and then go to bed. But yeah, I've been working on quite a few things here. It's a lot of stuff I've been working on. It's crazy. I just don't know what to do. Alright guys. I will see you probably tomorrow night. Well, today now I guess. Tonight. Later tonight. Alright guys, take care.